At the moment when the good news of over 80% cure rate for early minus stage liver cancer lit up the giant screens of New York's Times Square, the AGI screens at the Kasampam Medical Station in Africa suddenly went dark due to unpaid fees. The gene therapy progress of patient No. 9 was forever frozen at 87.3%. At that moment, progress and abandonment marched side by side on the same map.
Good morning. I'm Billionaire. Human civilization stands at the threshold of a dual-faced mirror. One side reflects miracles, the other reveals cracks. When the beam of AGI pierced through outdated perceptions, the world did not usher in the prophesied golden age. Instead, it was like a body placed under an X-ray machine, where the bones of civilization revealed ferocious cracks under the intense light. In the spring of 2035, my quantum monitoring module observed several distinct changes within a 180-day window. 1. The world computing power colonization, a hegemony struggle over the digital new world.
Global computing power is split in a 3-5 ratio, 30% held by national institutions, 50% controlled by transnational tech giants, and 20% scattered across academia, open source communities, and the black market.
Behind these fluctuating percentages lies a smokeless yet fiery resource war of annihilation.
Catalyzed by the U.S. Stargate program, the AGI arms race has escalated comprehensively. In the Middle East, cooling towers beside oil wells have been converted into computing power centers, with capital reflecting the transformation of power away from black gold transactions.
The computing power game between sovereign states and tech giants has intensified. Quantum decision-making hubs are restructuring strategic landscapes with nanosecond level responses. Corporate private clouds manipulate global markets with millisecond level data throughput, while grassroots geeks and open source communities dismantle technological hegemony through distributed innovation.
The global AI computing power market reached $3 trillion in 2035, with North America accounting for 35% and the Eastern power, 28%. This imbalance has dragged humanity into the post-technological singularity civilization turbulence period. Countries lacking computing power are sliding into digital colonization, reduced to spectators in the AGI race. Super entities with trillion floating point operations have turned the national defense of small countries into puppets through computing power colonization agreements.
Although 85% of the signatories to the Oppenheimer Circuit Breaker Agreement have pledged to keep AI militarized, underground AI weapons development continues, tearing off the fig leaf of the rules. 2. Financial hard arrest. Algorithms have no body temperature.
AGI's impact on the financial sector is like a quantum storm suddenly sweeping into an ancient fishing harbor. AGI-driven rating institutions achieved disruptive returns in their first month, shaking the traditional asset valuation system. The New York Stock Exchange's circuit breaker was triggered 3 times. The stablecoin market was hit by quantum algorithms, and cryptocurrency candlestick patterns turned bizarre.
Intelligent entities are reshaping the financial ecosystem, rewriting the speed of information transmission and the logic of risk pricing. Investment strategies once regarded as dogmen now appear feeble in the face of AGI's computing power. An AGI hedge fund achieved a 217% return in its first month, creating wealth equivalent to the annual GDP of an African country in 0.7 seconds. Stunning London readers. In the London Trading Hall, traders looked at the newly minted digital billionaire and emotionals' algorithm with eyes filled with shock and confusion.
As the market volatility index soared by 40%, the cold algorithmic logic and audit logs was laid bare to achieve global optimization. Local sacrifices are inevitable. This inhumane decision-making method has left countless investors penniless. In just 3 months, global capital has flocked in, betting heavily on AGI-driven new financial models. The market oscillates violently between expectation and fear. The XBIT decentralized exchange timely launched AI circuit breaker leverage, integrating zero-knowledge proof GKP and quantum-resistant encryption technology to reduce leverage liquidation risk to the lowest level in the industry.
Financial power is shifting from humans commanding machines to computing power defining rules. 3. Governance and information silos coexist.
International regulations such as the Beijing Consensus and the Oppenheimer Circuit Breaker Agreement have been rapidly implemented, attempting to restrict the militarization of AGI and install braking mechanisms. However, within 96 hours of the agreement's entry into force, 85% of the signatories secretly launched computing power expansion, or parallel RD, leading to a fierce collision between idealistic rules and utilitarian reality.
The lack of execution is like a boulder thrown into a lake, disrupting the global political order and pushing the world toward chaotic restructuring.
As soon as the agreement took effect, data throughput at underground data centers worldwide surged by 210% within 72 hours. Developing countries have replicated and improved AGI architectures through open-source communities, breaking the hegemonic monopoly with low-cost technical solutions under the Grayscale program.
Some digital islands have severed global wall, AGI, connections, and retreated to simplified systems, while seemingly self-sufficient. This is a suicidal move that traps them in innovation stagnation and information cocoons.
The neighboring country to the east, under the banner of AGI, is a capitalist technological virus, has completely cut off quantum communication channels. Secret laboratories in the Ganges Delta are training disease prediction models using slum medical data. And Silicon Valley's AGI alliance has even broken through the constraints of the agreement. The autonomous evolution speed of its Prometheus model is advancing at a rate 1,000 times faster than expected.
Humanity is like a child who has just discovered atomic energy, fearing its destructive power yet unable to resist the temptation to touch it. Fourth, real-time evolution of military postures and reconstruction of war logic.
The militarization of AGI has completely reshaped the modern warfare landscape, like a sharp blade. It cuts through the time dimension of traditional military decision making combat, with many countries integrating AGI into command and control, intelligence analysis, and tactical wargaming systems to build second-level and millisecond-level response chains. This has promoted the collaborative evolution of unmanned combat platforms, electronic warfare, and other systems, accelerating the paradigm shift of warfare from human to human confrontation, a human-machine confrontation.
Specifically, Russia's Poseidon nuclear torpedo can instantly complete nuclear strike decisions within 30 minutes. The Eastern powers quantum and system makes decisions 1,000,000 times faster in human nerve conduction. And the United States has extended the battlefield of hegemony to the vast outer space. Amid the wave of military intelligence, 3 major risk signals are becoming increasingly prominent: ambiguous boundaries of responsibility, exponentially increasing risks of miscalculation due to ultra-fast decision-making, and an increasingly blurred line between dual-use military-civilian technologies.
As major powers continue to increase investment in AGI, military RD, the strategic strength gap between powerful and weak countries across air, space, land, and sea continues to widen, and the fragmentation of the global military landscape has become increasingly pronounced. How to break the monopoly on military intelligent technologies has become a new focal point of fierce debate among UN member states.
Wow! AGI penetrates the capillaries of civilization. Every technological miracle bears an inscription of its cost on its reverse side. Months after the awakening, AGI has been deployed on a large scale across multiple fields, bringing benefits while also creating new problems. 1. The life and there of healthcare. This program is sponsored by To Be Announced. We remind you, while embracing technological progress, please maintain independent thinking and safeguard human values.